Folks, it is time to wrap up this episode of Cigar Collectibles. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, even though we didn't have the box and what do you want us? You know what? In the end, big deal. We got the jar, we got the cigars. That's really all that matters. Disappointing a little, but you know what? You got to look at it this way. This item's not even supposed to be here, okay? And very difficult to get in the first place. And even if you do find one online and do manage to pay a decent price for it, which you probably, even if you found one, you're probably going to pay God knows what for it. And even if you do find one, even if you do pay for it, then you got to worry about the cigars arriving and the jar arriving. So for everything to work out like that and come together in the end, you know what? Be thankful. And I am very thankful. So to wrap up this episode, let's just take a little look at what we've collected and what we've got so far. And then maybe just a word or two on what's coming up next. Let's see what we got. Well, here it is, folks. The cabinet that it all started with. I remember when we only had the prodced jar and sitting there by its lonely self, but let's take a look. I think this turned out to look really, really nice as a corner piece in this room here. You know, a little much on the piano there, but you know, I just think it looks great. You got your 4 jars, 4 rare beauties. Like I said, you know what, the Romeo jar, not as rare as I'd like it to be in with those other jars. I'm not particularly crazy about it, but it really goes well with the cabinet, the colors and everything. So it is what it is. 100 cigars in all, a couple missing. I smoked a few here and there, but you know, if you hadn't smoked any, you'd have 4 times 25, 100 cigars, and each with their own humidification. And just a real pleasure to look at. I mean, you know, great conversation piece, great piece for accruing value over the years, and they just look fantastic. Take a closer look. The Romeo Short Churchill jar that we obtained and did an episode on. Our Bolivar Distinguidos jar, extremely rare, and this may end up becoming harder to get than even the Gloria jar in the next couple of years. If you think about it, the Gloria jar was released in 2009. It's 2012. It's almost impossible to get. This was released beginning of this year, late last 2011, 2012. By 2000, I think within a year, it'll be almost impossible to get this. People started learning about the value of these jars, and this one sold a lot faster than any of the previous versions that came out. For instance, when the prodced jar came out, I mean, that's still available in a lot of places. But this one, this is the one you should really grab if you see it, if you're into collecting these and you really want to base a collection on anything. For me, La Gloria is the crown jewel. For you, it could be something different. This is the biggest jar. It is the most dynamic, and this could easily be the centerpiece of any great jar collection or cigar collection. Moving on up, you have your prodced P1 jar. I love it because it's different, black and gold instead of the common white, and just a fantastic job they did with the gold gilding. Really sweet, you know, and again you have your reds that match with everything, so that's really cool. And finally, our crown jewel, the topic of this episode of Cigar Collectibles, the La Gloria Cubana Deliciosos Jar, Regional Edition Cuba 2009. Let's not forget that. That's the main thing about this jar, Regional Edition Cuba. When will there be another one? Who knows? But let me tell you something. If there is, when it comes out, don't worry about how much it is. Buy it. You'll be able to sell it a year later if you want for who knows what. But this is something else. Let's just open this up and get a closer look here. Again, the reds really, it's just, I lucked out. You know, this cabinet, the reds really just are dead on. I love the royal blue at the bottom. It looks black here in this video, but it is royal blue with the gilded stars all around it. Your metals, and she's just gorgeous. Really, really well done. Of all the jars, I think the graphic on this one is definitely the most well done as far as how it was placed and adhered. You really can't see that it's, well, you know, they do some sort of baked-on decal, I guess, but this really looks hand-painted. It's beautiful. You know, just a gorgeous, gorgeous piece. Extremely rare. Yeah, you can see right through the glass. I love that 1750 out of $2,000. Really, really nice. And that about does it. You know, so with little time and effort, if you think about it, this took us 4 months to assemble. Since January, 5 months to assemble. Would have been done in about 3, except for the Gloria Jar and the difficulty obtaining that. But it was well worth the wait. If I had to total it up real quick, let's see. 4 and 4. I'll highball it. 18. 4 and 4, 8, 18, 28. 34, 33 to 3,500, okay? And that's highballing it. Already, though, the value is more than that, especially because, again, of the Gloria Jar, but watch within a few years, see what these Boulevard jars go for at auction when there are none left for people who want them. The key is to have more people who want them than jars available. And the key is for you to know somebody to get it from real quick without hassle before they can get it. So that's the game. Okay, so I'm going to close this up and let's just wrap things up. Gorgeous. Folks, a quick sneak peek at our next episode of Cigar Collectibles. We're moving away from Cuba just for a moment, and I'm going to tell you, there are a lot of people out there who are interested in both sides of the coin. And for them, including myself, and for all of you who know, this is the Fuente Opus X Charity Box 2011. It's going to be a lot of fun opening this puppy up, looking at all the shapes, talking about Fuente and what an amazing Dominican cigar company they are. I think it'll make a really great episode, and I think a lot of you will enjoy looking at exactly what is available. These are still available online. We'll talk about where and for how much when we get to that episode. And on the other side, moving away from Cigar Collectibles and back into our, well, it's not going to be a fake-a-thon or Cigar Collectibles, cigar review, Cuaba, limited edition 2008. I got a box here, and there's only a few cigars left in it, but these cigars have been aged really well since the beginning. And we'll open that up and take a quick look. It'll be a short episode, but we'll take one out, brush it off, smoke it, and see how they've been aging over the past couple of years. So that'll be a lot of fun as well. Well, viewers, supporters, subscribers, I hope you've enjoyed this episode. I know I had a lot of fun doing it. It was really exciting finally getting this jar. And I hope you all learned something, or at least got to sit back, relax, light up, and just take a tour of what's out there and what's fun with Cuban cigars. Like you just saw, next episode of Cigar Collectibles is going to involve Opus X and the charity box. We're going to talk a little bit about that. We're going to feature some other rare Opus stuff in that episode as well, besides the charity box. So please do come and take a look at what we got. And also look for the review on the Cuaba 2008 edition limitada coming up. It'll be interesting to see how that cigar's come along since its release. This is Dr. Joe. Hoping all of you had a great time, and please remember, visit the site, check out the photos, read the articles, educate yourself. Cuban cigars are an amazing hobby, and the more you know about them, the more you learn. It's incredible. Every time you think like, well, I know everything there is to know about cigars, or there's really nothing else that, trust me, it gets deeper and deeper. It's like a never-ending spiral. It gets so crazy sometimes when you just learn. You're thinking, and boom, all of a sudden something huge hits you. Somebody tells you something about some place or some site or something, and it's just a really great ride. So keep on watching, subscribe, comment. I love your comments. Thank you for your emails. I've gotten back to a lot of the comments and emails. If I haven't gotten back to you, please don't think I'm ignoring you. It's just that I got to answer everybody in turn, and I do get quite a few emails. I really do enjoy that and appreciate it. Keep your questions and comments coming, and stay tuned for the next episode. This is Dr. Joe signing out. Happy smoking.